Good morning, Ma'am Roulette. Today I will be continuing the report of the Group 6, which covers the Chapter 6 in um, K-12. How do K-12 differ from other countries? So K-12 programs differ from other countries in terms of language, medium of instruction, language barriers, education system, and curriculum development, and other. So let's proceed. Country in Malaysia. So education system, education in Malaysia, in preschool uses the medium of instruction as Malaysian and English. Other preschools use Tamil or Chinese in conducting their um, teaching and learning process using the Bahasa, Malaysian, and English. They offer a 2-year optional preschool for learner 4 to 5 years old. So they follow the standard-based preschool curriculum for personality development, and they require 6 years in elementary education. This is the basis or as a factor for students' readiness to proceed to secondary education or in high school level. So Malaysia has 2 levels of category for high school. The first category is the lower secondary, which is the level 2, and the other level is the upper secondary level 3. The lower secondary, which is the level 2 program, offers general or undifferentiated curriculum for 2 to 3 years, while the upper secondary or the level 3 students take subjects according to their appropriate streams. For such examples for this are the arts, science, technical, religious, or what we commonly known as the vocational school. Next slide, please. The next country we'll talk about is Singapore. Education in Singapore begins with kindergarten or the preschool at the age of 4 to 6 years old. Although it is not compulsory in Singapore, they have to allot 3 to 4 hours for basic number or basic art concepts or any that can be helpful for preschool or young learners. So mother tongue is also part of the kinder curriculum in Singapore. They use the Chinese. It includes Chinese, Malay, Tamil, and Indian. Preschool in Singapore followed 6 years in primary education, and subjects in the primary education curriculum are English language, mathematics, and mother tongue language. Next slide, please. So in Singapore, they have 2 stages in primary school. Or the first one is foundation stage, and the second is orientation stage, which is the primary 5 to 6. In foundation stage, or the primary 1 to 4, students are provided with strong foundation in their English and mother tongue and mathematics. While in orientation stage, which is the primary 5 to 6, students are taught with math and science appropriate to their level. So at the end of the primary 6, all students are assessed of their academic abilities through a primary school learning education, or the PSLE. So after taking their primary 6, they have to take the assessment to measure their academic abilities for them to proceed to another level in education. So this PSLA has a core strand, or four streams courses offer highly differentiated curriculum or the secondary level. So first one is the special or express, which has secondary 1 to 4 years, and the third and fourth is the normal, which consists of academics to secondary 1 to 5 years, and the technical and to secondary 1 to 5 years. Next. Special and express are 4 years, which lead to Singapore, Cambridge of GEO or O education or ordinary level examination. After choosing their courses to proceed to the secondary level, they have to take a express and special are 4-year course which lead to Singapore, and if they pass the course, it will students will proceed to another education system if they will acquire the GEO or O education as their passing grade. Students in the normal or academic courses takes academically based students, while in the students in the normal or technical course receive curriculum that practice oriented. So last country that I'll be talking about is the United States. The preschools, the age of entry to compulsory education in the U.S. varies according to the states. So United States have different states there. So the age that they require is different from other states if they will enroll to different states. Kindergarten certificate is awarded to allow learners entry to elementary school or primary school. So primary or young learners, after taking primary education, they will be given a certificate as their entry to elementary or primary education. The length of primary education varies from 4 to 7 years depending on the state's or local practice. So it will depend on what states you will be enrolling or whatever primary education they will be up to. So based on its length, elementary education may be followed or not by a number of years of middle school education, which is generally 3 years. So for example, grades 4 to 6, 5 to 7, and 6 to 8. That are the general 3 years in middle school education. Okay, high school in United States, such as grades 7 to 12 or grades 8 to 12, are the sample of length program, which consists of 6 years, depending upon the laws and policies of states or local districts for what states they are enrolled to. So there are mandatory subjects is almost all U.S. high schools, which includes, so these are the mandatory subjects: science such as biology, chemistry, and physics. And the second is mathematics, which consists of algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, and statistics. And third is English, which consists of literature, humanist, composition, and oral language, and social sciences such as history, government, and economics. And lastly is the physical education. So high school students in the United States usually during their grade 11 takes one or more standardized tests depending on their education preferences and also as required for admission to most colleges. So, okay, proceed. Most common standardized tests takes taken by U.S. students are Scholastic Assessment Tests or SAT and American College Testing or ACT. High school diploma is given upon completion and grade 12 and the diploma covers a variety of awards for different curricula and standards like general and basic track vocabulary and academic college preparatory. So aside from receiving a high school diploma in US, they also will receive another award for any curricula they will enrolled to. So these are general basic tracks such as vocabulary and academic or college preparatory. Next slide. Next slide. So that's all for my report, ma'am. So thank you. Thank you.